Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Space 2. We're going for another expansion game here, but I've decided I'm going to drop the peaceful only restriction. We learned a lot from those last two experiments, and I'm eager to try to apply that in a game where we can expand by any means necessary, in part because I really want to see if we use all of the tools at our disposal. Is it possible for us to expand quickly enough that it would actually still be useful to perform that goofy religious strategy that I was going for that would let us force the population or the approval of all of our systems to content? My guess is no. It seems like it's pretty easy to keep your approval outpacing your expansion, but we'll find out. So here we are, the stately Bugborgs. Look at us. So handsome, so inspiring. Something tells me nobody will want to refuse an offer to join our civilization. So we're still playing Emperor's Will, influence from construction, and also you can buy stuff out with influence. We're going with the Craver visual affinity here, mostly because of the faction quest. The Craver ships are fine. The larger ships are good at war, and the starting, like the scout ship and stuff, are totally okay. The Craver starting hero is fine for our purposes as well. He starts with +1 influence per citizen, and Cravers have a percentage influence boost on the second tier of their part of the wheel, so that's cool. But the faction quest is going to give us very early access to a medium ship, which we can use to, first of all, obviously defend ourselves from pirates, but secondly, and more importantly, destroy pirate bases early. The pirate base, I believe, has a base manpower of 200 for its defensive garrison, and the medium ship has a manpower of 300, so we can blow up those pirate bases, first of all, freeing those systems so that we can settle them, and secondly, getting the reward, which may be significant. Also, maybe we could take a system from another player. I'm less certain of that one. But player garrisons are also 200 manpower by default. We would just have to hit a system that we were trying to take before its population could expand any, because if they can do conscription, obviously they're going to outlast us. Also, the Cravers get a hero fairly early on in their quest line, which is good. We're going to start on an atoll. Atoll? I'm actually not sure. This is one of those words I've read a bunch of times, but I've never heard anybody say, I'm realizing. Food and industry, right? We're not doing this goofy science gimmick, so I don't need to really focus on science, and I think that makes this the best of our choices. We're starting as a democracy rather than a republic, because in a republic, you do not get access to the Cram Exam Act until a political party becomes entrenched, I believe. That's, the Cram Exam Act is great, so that's pretty much the whole reason we're going for a democracy over a republic to start. We might switch later, who knows. Also, the fact that we get 3 law slots to start with on a democracy is nice because we actually will have a lot of laws that we want to run early. So we're starting as an ecologist population and an ecologist government, because the core ecologist law obviously is great for settling in the early game, early expansion, but also the non-base, the first optional ecologist law, is quite a good way to get food, and the second ecologist law is also quite a good way to get food. So we're going to be reliant on the ecologist party to produce a lot of our food, because I've changed our population bonus over to just flat influence, and I'm keeping this as influence. The fact is, we ended up having just way too much food last time, way more food than we needed. We'll expand a little bit more slowly, or rather, we'll reach population cap on the systems we're expanding to a little bit more slowly this way, but there will be a lot more influence to go around, especially earlier. And I think this should be fine. I think using the ecologist party as a way to get our food should still have us growing at a pretty decent rate. We are converting scientist political will into pacifist and lowering militarist political will. I'm hoping to end up with a pacifist-led government that includes the ecologist party and maybe also the industrialist if we manage to stay a democracy, if we decide to stay a democracy. And we are going for the harmonious collection bonus rather than the boundless one we used last game. Pretty much, this is just because of the different political will that it gives. I think pacifist is a lot better than the industrialist given by boundless, and the system influence conversion cost reduction didn't turn out to be terribly useful last time. By the time we were buying systems, we had plenty of influence to go around, really. so I don't think we're going to miss that. I do think that the ownership recovery rate bonus on this is pretty much useless, but they both give the same 15% influence output at the middle tier, and I think pacifist political affiliation is just way more valuable for us. Finally, traits. A senator is probably not a big surprise. I've taken amateur executives, which makes your trade companies level up more slowly, and inept traders, which lowers the value of your systems, your trade values. Because I just don't think that trade companies figure into what we're doing here very much. Seems like basically free points. And then, of course, culturalists and growth plan because resources are good. Guardians for that big early resource boost that they give. Price of Perfection is a little bit less ideal here because we will actually probably be building combat ships a little bit more often, but of the traits that give you 20 points back, this one is the least horribly crippling in my opinion. And strange but good, let's start with a positive anomaly on our home planet. Obviously, as this is a 4X game, it is a resource snowball game, which means that small early bonuses balloon into much larger later bonuses, which makes this a good trait, but also that first ecologist law only gives you extra food and resources on planets that have anomalies, so this is a way to guarantee that it will work for our home planet, and it will be valuable from turn 1. So that's what we're doing today. Like I said, we may or may not run this as a full game. Mostly I just want to see, like, if we really go all out, how quickly can we expand, and what effect does that have on our approval? So let's go. God, just heroic. We cut a heroic figure here. Nobody anywhere would choose to refuse the invitation to join our empire because, you know, this stuff. I'm not saying that we'll threaten them. I'm not going to threaten them. I'm just saying that I don't have to threaten them because, you know, of the implication. What a horrible thing to say. All right. Here's hoping for good luck on that initial anomaly. I'm assuming that not all of the anomalies are on the table here. Like, I bet we can't start with a Tree of Life. What did we get? We got some rings. Okay, that's fine. Not great. I have become aware of Eden Incense all of a sudden, because we have a bunch in our starting system. Our preferred resource is Transvine. While we're here, we may as well start up the laws, so +2 food and 5% all resources on a colonized planet that has anomalies. Actually, this is +5% per anomaly, so it could be better even. It is not for us right now, but extra food is good. And then, like I said, I think Cram Exam Act right away. We might switch this to New Colony later on. We'll see. But for right now, this is just free science, and a fair amount of it. Our base science output was only 19, so it's a pretty large increase. Alright, let's attach our hero to our scouting fleet, and what do we have here? A life form and a life form. Okay. Probably just more luxuries. So we get some Eden Incense and a point of nearest population. Okay, I believe our starting world is fertile too, isn't it? Yeah, cool. And we have another temperate fertile planet in the system. This is actually, like, a pretty good start, I think. I would have loved a Guardian to start with, but hey, you can't have everything. Alright, we need to send out some more probes. I'm going to attach a probe module to our hero ship here. This is twice as expensive as just fiddling with the order of the modules on our probe ship and then retrofitting it. But what I like about this is that we are now generating 4 probes every 4 turns instead of 2 probes every 4 turns, which means that we will be able to search more probes in total over the 8 turns that he's attached to this fleet, or more curiosities, and so hopefully start him with a little bit more XP. I'm gonna send the colony ship down the road that goes toward the middle. Hopefully that will, hopefully this will be the place that all of the fun habitable planets are. And we have a minor faction down here. So, where's the titanium in our system? It is... Oh, there's a great big huge titanium deposit on that other colonizable... Okay, this planet's great, and we should pick up xenolinguistics. With 2 fertile temperate planets, this is going to be fantastic. We'll probably want to go into xenobiology right afterward, but maybe we should grab off-world agribusiness. I don't know, let's finish xenolinguistics. That's most important. That'll take about as long as the drone networks. Okay. Not a bad start. So have we forgotten anything? We have all of our laws in place. The nearest are motivated by Red Sang. Okay. Yeah, Nearest was a good find. I think we're good. Alright, so let's see what the probes reveal. Another system, and what is this? Galvran. Have we seen Galvran before? Plus 40 science per strategic deposit on systems. Wow. That's really good. We need to get them. How big is their garrison? 40... Okay, 40 infantry is 200 manpower, right? Yeah. If we can get that medium ship early, we could just take them by force, maybe. Could save us some resources. Well, it's a thing we can consider later. So what do we have here? We have a planet that has Hyperium and also an atmospheric curiosity and another subterranean curiosity. So that might be Hyperium and Titanium there. I was kind of hoping to find a Guardian. You guys have a life form and something, a signal that we can't yet access. I guess let's go this way and discover what these are. I should probably, though, go ahead and refresh the probes on this thing before we leave. Okay, so we will show up with full probes. And here on Pavo... Okay, a lot of hot worlds. As far as I'm aware, and a commenter in the previous series brought this to my attention, or the previous game, it seems like Guardians can only occur on planets that have like a pretty moderate climate and trees, so you're not going to find any Guardians on a lava world. A Savannah world, on the other hand, could have them, it just doesn't. Well, that's a shame. So do I want to settle here? I mean, we probably just want to get going, right? But maybe I want to pull this ship up this way because we know that this planet has some cool stuff. It's tiny, but yeah, it still looks valuable to me. We'll grab that. Okay, I'm very happy that one of those turned out to be an anomaly. So yeah, you can see +1 influence per citizen on planets is a pretty good start, and I think we're going to go for forced labor early on here. Ends up being +20 food per colonized planet on the system, which is a pretty big boost in the early game. Oh wow, that's a Garden of Eden too. Yeah, this is a good start. We're going to need to spend some resources and boost this a little bit. But yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. Yeah, this is the Titanium, and also we got a little bit of science when we found the garden. Okay, so you have one probe left. We probably shouldn't just fire it into the dark. I should probably like go to Pavo and spend it because we need the XP on our hero so that he's bringing as much food as possible into that system. Can I retrofit at an outpost? It looks like I can. I wish I had a... Okay, the one probe that we have left is a probe on the scavenger. So what I was thinking is, if this is a scavenger probe, we fire it and then retrofit and get our probes back. If it was a probe on the hero ship, we wouldn't be able to instantly replenish it. And so in that case, I probably would have held it. But it being a probe on the scavenger means I'm going to try to split the difference a little bit here. We're going to fire just to the side of this star lane, in the hopes of revealing what's at the end of this, but also maybe catching what's over here. And then we'll go and fix this up. We're bringing in enough dust that I'm not too worried about spending it aggressively here. Yep, just has to be an outpost for retrofitting. Cool. Alright, and then we'll come down here and we'll search all this stuff. So turn 5 is when we should get our... Oh, I did have a probe running in this direction already. I guess it's probably a good idea for me to have fired the other one, though, because it will travel a lot further. Yeah, so next turn I think we're going to get our faction quest, which will tell me whether it's feasible for me to take Galvarin by force. I think I'm going to go for Plasma Metallurgy right now. The step of the faction quest that has the hero requires you to build a building that costs 50 of each of the Tier 1 strategics, so we should probably actually be able to mine them both. Alright, so we are going to choose to capture this hostile Craver vessel. Alright, it's all the way down there. We will go get it in a minute. Look at all that searching. So the Record Replay unit lets you gain influence from destroying enemy ships in battle, I believe, which is actually maybe pretty useful. Got a totally negative anomaly here. And also we discovered potatoes, which is fine, and more Eden incense, which is pretty good for our purposes. Honestly, though, like, even in this situation where we're trying to focus influence, I still think that in general I would rather have Red Sang or Jade Onyx as our first system booster. I'm not going to complain about what we do have, but I do think it's not ideal. Alright, and then from here we'll head down to Corvus and see if we can't interact with that ship. If we can get it quickly, we might be able to take Corvus by force. It would be very worthwhile to do so. And we can buy stuff out with influence right now. I'm used to not thinking about buyouts as a thing that's possible in the early game, but I gotta remember. Oh, it's actually coming to... Well, alright. It tends to ping-pong back and forth between the same few nodes a lot, I think. So it might come back to Corvus. Or we might have to go back to Pavo. I don't know, we'll see. There is a curiosity to search here. We can at least get a little bit more XP on our hero this way. Alright, so now we have mining of both of the initial strategics, which is pretty great. We should probably stop off and grab Xenobiology. It's going to be pretty great as well. Public-private partnerships are nothing to sneeze at. Right, I'm really hoping that it's going to hit Pavo and turn back toward Corvus. It totally might, right? Like, that might be its patrol route. Although I don't know for sure that it has a patrol route. It might be random. It just, like, runs in random directions. Okay, so we're going to get it. It looks like it's run out of move for the turn. Deploying probes takes you out of defense mode, so let's shoot that out. It's just enough XP to get our hero to level 3, which means he's going to show up and immediately really juice up the food in that system. And this is what we're building toward right now. After we get this, I have no idea. And then I guess I'm going to be chilling out here for a moment. We may as well just fire off some probes and see if we can learn anything. Alright. Guard. What was it I found? I wasn't even paying attention. I found 10 XP. Okay, fair enough. So this thing is immediately going to run into us. So we have gotten 60 deciduous trees. That's actually... Nope, that's not. It's misremembering. I thought that was our resource. Okay, so those are basically just useless then. And we've gotten the ship, and we have to bring it back to one of our systems for analysis. So I believe it is the case that, yeah, you can't use it for combat until you have completed this other part of the quest. Fortunately, we captured it right next to our system. We just take it here, drop it into the hangar, and now we have a full-fledged medium ship for free, which is pretty great. As well as the Hive Hall, which is terrible. I cannot conceive of a reason to build this. And at 3,120 industry, like this early in the game, it almost feels like it must be bugged. Alright, so I think we want to take the Restore branch of this, because I want the free hero. He is a religious guardian. Build the Synchronous Hive. So that's the building that requires 50 of each basic resource. So I'm glad we are already mining. And let's get this intruder out here and try something, huh? Does the hero ship count as having manpower? No, it has 0 manpower. Okay, so there's no reason to keep him around for this. We should bounce him back to Orion before that Xeno-industrial infrastructure completes, because heroes in systems get XP every time a thing is finished in their system. I think we're going to grab Orion 4 after that. We have, first of all, the extra planet settled for this bonus, and secondly, so we have these resources coming in. But yeah, I have to say, I'm pretty pleased with our start here. This does not seem bad. I guess there's not a ton of systems, like, right up on us. That's alright. These starlings probably go somewhere useful. Oh, really? Well, that's very lucky. Kairos is 10 influence per turn. Yeah. It could have been slightly better because it could have been one of the ones that also gives food, but I will gladly take that. It is a shame that it's all the way out on the edge of the galaxy here. Okay, so yeah, they are showing as just having 200 manpower. We have 344. Oh, this actually is 330. Okay, yeah, we should be able to win this battle very easily. So, join us. And preemptive bombing lowers our manpower deployment limit by 25%, making it 375. So we get to apply almost exactly all of our troops, and still get the 600 or so free damage. I kind of thought there were going to be 2 rounds there, and we did destroy one of their population units, but hey, that's a nice early claim. And we do get their trait when we do it this way, right? Yep. 40 science per strategic deposit. So that's 120 extra science. That's, oh my god, that's so good. What an extremely good bonus that is. Alright. Expansion's going alright, I guess. So we should probably make a settler ship. We definitely want to get out here and take a couple more of these systems. Can indeed cram another engine into this thing. Alright, just give me 2 of those real fast. Actually, what's the resource output here? So it's actually, this planet's already better, and then if we were to make ourselves an interplanetary transport network, it would be even better than that. But this number here does not contain the extra food that we're getting from our law, based on the fact that this planet has an anomaly. So never mind, we want to keep people here as long as possible. Still, it's a very good setup. What are we looking at here? We need 130 more food. We're about to have a food ship hit. Okay. That's going to be like another 5 turns or something. So we will need off-world agribusiness at some point. Planetary landscaping is not super good because I think we're largely on... Well, we're on temperate planets here. What are we on here? This is a cold world. Oof, this is kind of a weird system. And then here we're going to take over a cold, sterile world. Maybe we do want this food tech instead. The thing is, we're going to want to be able to deal with minor factions eventually, but eventually sure is not right now. Let's get planetary landscaping. And then, I don't know, we probably want to go this way and get our system development available. The first to possess 20 star system improvements in your empire. We probably aren't going to win this because we're going to spend an unusual amount of time taking over systems, so building colony ships and stuff. I love you, free minor ship, or free medium ships, so yeah, we're going to be back at full manpower any second now. And there are a ton of curiosities to search down here, so Scavenger, get on it. I'm going to let this guy hang out for a second and completely refill his manpower. We'll move him out next turn. Probably scout this way with him. Oh, we could be running new colony rule, couldn't we? I kind of got the science that I need immediately. Is cutting that approval penalty going to change anything? It'll give us 4 points of approval here, so no, is the answer to that question. And at this point, actually, we have so much science coming in that this bonus is starting to be less and less important. And I do want... I should have turned on the new colony rule before doing the conquer. I forgot about it. I forgot that this works on conquering. Well, still, we should run it. It's going to probably take a turn off of the settling time of Izar. And then obviously we have more stuff coming up. Okay, small mistake there. Hopefully just a small mistake. Do we have 2 probes right now? We do. Ruins, atmospheric, and atmospheric. Man, no guardians at all, huh? Right, I'm just going to search the ruin for now. So we got some advanced shielding, which is cool. And reveals hidden isolated nodes near the constellation, such as Auva, which is a pair of cold planets that don't look particularly cool. Oof. Those are some not great anomalies. And that's actually it. That was the only hidden node near our constellation. Oh well. The nodes near our constellation that aren't hidden are so good I'm not inclined to complain. We're just going to save up until we actually have 2 probes here, just in case the Find the Academy quest pops. And you, with your extremely high move speed, can just go and scout stuff for us. Okay. Nothing new. Over here, we probably want to grab Xenology pretty quickly, because Spin Project is useful. Okay, it's not actually going to be 5 turns, because that food ship's going to arrive earlier than that. Okay, so we do want to come in here and make sure that we're all still on the anomaly planet. This is a system that's all gas worlds? Well, that's not very good for me. What were they thinking, doing a thing that wasn't beneficial to me? Okay. Well, I suspect this is the end of this star lane, right? So we'll wheel this guy through here and go take that pirate base out real quick. And I believe this is the turn that we have 2 probes. I probably don't want to sit here and delay any longer. Basically, that was... waiting for the Academy quest to potentially pop was worth it right up until the moment when it cost me absolutely anything. And at this point, I think we should probably just search and get out of here. It's a shame this world doesn't have an anomaly on it. Polar tempests. Bummer. And permanent monsoon. Yeah, okay, aside from the unique world, not a great system. Oh, this looks a little bit more promising. Looks cold, though. Ruins, atmospheric. So we have not yet found a guardian, right? We need to find more temperate planets, I think is part of the problem. Guardians can only occur in places where there could be trees, right? So no frozen worlds, no lava worlds, no gas worlds, obviously. Alright, am I just going to keep climbing this part of the tree? Because we could grab botanical scanning. Again, just like covering for the fact that we don't have a bunch of free food. We could also grab efficient shielding, but we're doing so well on research, thanks to that huge free science boost, that maybe it makes sense to skip those and go straight to mediums, especially since we do have good mining on both of our basic resources. And yeah, we're going to want to just produce a ton of settling ships. That might be the only thing the capital does for quite some time. I guess let's go check out Pegasus, see if anything here is worth settling on. Alright, this is a hot world, so sustainable farms probably a good idea. Right, like, how many do we need? We want to colonize Ysel and Pavo and Pegasus and possibly whatever's over here. Eventually Auva. I'm in less of a hurry, though, on that one. Oh! And our constellation is a plus influence constellation. That's very lucky. We are doing all right. Alright, well, obviously do this. It's a little unfortunate because there's no food coming out of this planet, but we can't turn down that influence, and we can do this. It'll only take 2 food ships arriving to finish this planet off. It's nice to have influence. So we only have 1 probe. I guess we search... It doesn't really matter. Search the life form first, because it's more likely to be a point of population. Nope, just more Eden Blossom. Okay, so did we unlock... Yeah, another law slot. What do I want to do? I mean, do I want to go cram Exam Act again? I probably don't want to do this or that. Are we near thresholds? Oh, if I cram Exam Act, we're going to lose Ecstatic. I think that's probably not worth doing. So I guess for now it just stays open. We can get to National Museum really quickly. How many turns is that? 6? Oh, we should, you know what? It's probably more valuable in the short term for us to get our first level of system development unlocked, actually. So why don't we grab atmospheric filtration? We're going to need the colonization text for these worlds eventually. Let's do this thing. Actually, we really need dust. Let's make that the first one we research, and then... I'll skip filtration for the moment, because the Galactic Commodities Exchange will be a good way for us to generate some dust. Unfortunately, I don't have any way of getting any, as far as I'm aware. Alright, so what is the most valuable system available to us now? I want someplace that has anomalies, obviously. Be nice if they were positive anomalies, though. We didn't actually finish searching Yisel. Yeah, I guess I don't really have a lot of options as far as dust goes. Like, yeah, we definitely stay on Orion 2, or Orion 3. I guess we're just going to suffer a little bit here. We could probably get this built. That would help. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we just put down on Pavo because it has a larger population cap. We could get started filling it up. Get on the Savannah world, which has a little bit of dust output. Why can I not select this ship? There we go. Huh, what am I going to do about dust right now? So we're actually about to be in trouble, like, right this second. We can drop here. We're not actually going to get to kill them this turn, which is a shame, but we might get some dust from these guys. Looks like maybe next turn. Yeah. We're just bankrupt. A series of budget cuts will happen if you do not correct the situation. Well, I currently have no way of correcting the situation. That's not true. I do have a way of correcting the situation. I can do this. It'll hurt, but it'll make us not negative. So yeah, that dropped us out of all kinds of bonuses. Also, there's a dog being very rude during recording time outside. That's alright, we'll fix it. We will not remain this negative for long. Come on. Pirate loot. 300 dust. Amazing. Cancel this garbage. It gives us a couple of turns to work with. And makes this system available to us. I think I still want to settle here first. Has the first food ship has not issued yet. Well, I think we still just get the thing down. We can start generating food from the planet itself at the very least. We are definitely going to develop this one a little bit more slowly, and that's fine. Actually, is it pulling food from Izar? Is that a good idea? Is that going to destroy our growth here? We'll be okay. Alright, this turn the thing popped, so we should search atmospheric curiosities, you know, whatever, if we have time. I believe there's a pirate ship headed this way, so I'm just going to wait here and catch him. And he and I can have some words. Why don't we get cerebral reality going? We're going to need some... gonna need some dust pretty soon. Astrofinance should be good for us, though. We have a fair number of luxury deposits available to us. And you are waiting for a probe to generate. Look at that, 46 influence per turn already. Not bad, considering we have no guardians. Alright, that's a fine combat module. So which way do we want to go here? Let's go this way first. The node that's a little bit more connected with all of our stuff. And is there anything I want to finish here first? I guess this isn't going to be super valuable here because we don't have population on the planet that has the luxury deposit for the most part. But it would at least give us the ability to move stuff over if we want to. We can probably put a little bit of a hold on the pupa. Well, if it's not actually going to accelerate this thing, like if it's 5 turns no matter what, I guess we can just finish the ship and have it float. I don't know, we'll send it somewhere. We just won't actually start the process of settling yet, because we need to clean up our food supply a little bit. Okay, there we are. Wanted to make sure we were rid of this guy before we left. So, yep, I am a bullet ship. Nice and easy. What is this? Oh, be the first to control at least 4 star systems. I sure am. So we got access to a system improvement that gives influence. That's handy. It's not something we're going to be able to build right away, obviously, but not a bad deed to have accomplished. Alright, so let's send our fast weapon scout down here. Do I want to just run down this way? Pegasus is an okay system. This Arctic world's pretty good. Yeah, a lot of the systems we have around us are kind of nondescript, not very exciting. Subterranean, ruins, atmospheric, and atmospheric. So probably nothing really great over here. I definitely didn't scout this place out yet. I do like how large the planets are. Here we have low gravity to help offset the approval bonus. I really wish there were some more, like, verdant worlds. Maybe I should send the pupa down this way, just hoping. How many points of movement is this? You know what? I'll leave it here. Just in case this doesn't turn out to be valuable. We haven't gone too far south. It won't be too expensive to reverse and go back up. And that gives us our system development. So let's go ahead and make that, because we know what it's going to be, obviously. Mining rate is currently 4 per turn. That's not bad. And it is actually the preferred resource of the Galvran. I don't think we want to super encourage these guys to breed. I think our base population type is pretty good for us. Oh man, we're just under an approval threshold. I probably don't want to bomb my influence out by using that law that improves your approval at the cost of influence. Alright, so what do we want to research next? We could go grab impactless sites so that we have access to the hero part of the marketplace. Oh, our money problems are solved, right? We have the marketplace. We can just sell resources, which has always been good to us in the past. Like, we don't need titanium at the rate that we are gaining titanium. We don't need these deciduous trees, which are selling for, okay, well, only 7 each, but... Yeah, why don't we grab impactless sites so that we can watch the hero part of the marketplace? There's currently no heroes. I need to be vigilant about this. But if we can pick up an extra hero or two early, that'll totally be worth it. And we will figure stuff out from there. So our hero probably is just going to get Optimal Operations Expert. Not super amazing right now with the population of that system being 4, but could get better. Okay, here we have Lava, Ash, and a Gas World. But the Lava World has a Dust Nebula. And it sure is good at building stuff. Maybe this is where I want to settle. Okay, the honeycomb scope is fine. Are you... Yeah, get over here. Well, I gotta be honest with you, I'm not super impressed with any of my options. You know, this system's fine. We'll head down and settle that. So each food ship to arrive is going to take almost 20 turns off the timer. So, first one's almost there already, and the second one has launched. So okay, we're gonna have battle pretty soon. I'd be lying if I said this growth was like exactly the rate I was looking for, but hard to be too upset about... Oh, hello. Hard to be too upset about a unique planet so early, is what I was about to say. I am a little upset about this.
The Vortiani and our church acknowledge you.
Well, that is what I've always been looking for in life. Acknowledgement. I'm glad our mediumship is headed in this direction. We might need to get a little aggressive. So where do I want to put this up? I probably want to put it up... I want to do the first one here. So let's wait a second until this is done. We won't do any other system developments here. This is a cold world. It could use 10 food. That seems pretty alright. Yeah. A little on the slow side. The fact that we haven't found any systems to settle where there's any food at all really sucks. I think for the moment I'd like to keep the ecologists in power. As it is right now, we're going to get industrialist religious as our government, it looks like. Let's throw our political support here, our official support behind the pacifists. I guess this is one reason not to keep running a democracy, is that you have no options for cheating the election. Okay, we got the two parties that we really wanted. Oh, wait a second. Okay, no, these guys did stay in power. Good. Or stay in control. We probably want to do this, right? Plus more food. We can certainly afford the influence cost. And then Make Love Not War is not really good yet. Star Boogie Bill at 6 influence per turn is a lot of extra movement. Lower the system improvement, lower the cost of system improvements. We are building a lot of system improvements. What's Corvus going to do next? It's probably not building a ship. So, yeah, maybe we do want to run that law. Because this would only be extra movement for that one scout, which I'm not really that worried about. Yeah, alright, let's run the Dirty Hands Act here. Nice to have a government with a lot of useful slots in it. Oh, apparently we've also met 2 other players. Did you see that? There was also a blue-colored probe here. So apparently everyone in the galaxy is right beyond this bottleneck. Which means we definitely need to get Pegasus right now. I'd kind of like to set up here, but also I do want to get my Eden Incense, rather, income going. No, we gotta do this, right? We gotta set up where the anomaly is. Also, it's a huge world, lots of population space. Look how pleasant it seems to live here. Food ships are coming from Corvus. Yeah, that's fine. Kills Corvus's growth briefly, but I think it's worth it. Alright, so when this arrives, this will finish... Yeah, okay, this will finish Kairos off, and then we'll drop the system development there, and this will be our way of holding back the influence of the other players in this area, probably. Also, these pirate colonies are popping up at a rate that seems a little bit silly to me. Do they need to be this common that we've already seen 3 right next to us in 22 turns?
By my cloth, your actions deserve the closest.
I mean, I think she's threatening us, but I also don't think that she probably has a military force that's as good as this intruder, so... What am I doing? Why am I zooming in? What am I hoping to learn here? Okay, these pirates have a ton of manpower. They upgraded quickly. Well, let's blockade for a couple of turns. We'll catch this pirate ship as it spawns and blow it up. We could upgrade, but I don't really want to spend 20 Hyperium. We need that Hyperium for advancing our faction quest. This still isn't actually useful. Oh, let's get that. And then... epigenetic crop seeding, probably. Yeah, there's some things about this that are not ideal. We're just gonna have to maybe get a little bit aggressive with them. Alright, so next turn we will have the resources to start building the synchronous hive. I assume the capital is the high... yeah. By a huge margin, the highest industry area that we have. We probably want to save influence for buying stuff out. It looks like Betel's about to be finished. Or for buying out the synchronous hive. Just getting that done as quickly as possible. Alright, so we blow up these pirates easily. Oops. Okay, somebody has searched some atmospheric curiosities, and all of the systems that are potentially the Academy's location are incredibly far away from us, so that's not really a thing we have to think about anymore. Alright. It's a bunch of free approval I actually do really appreciate. This is a good time for that. This would also have been a good time to still have the new colony law. It is a shame that we lost that in the election. Man, Kairos only has 2 population slots, huh? We're gonna have to fix that. So here's the United Empire patrol ship. I don't think I care about that. Like, I don't think I'm gonna do them any violence or anything. So what do I want to do? Do I just want to hover here and block pirates? Obviously, it would be nice to be able to actually attack. Let's get that synchronous hive done immediately, and then it's probably time for more expansion. Pegasus is 20 turns minus like 3.5 for each food ship that hits, which is probably gonna be a little while. Yeah, the first one's there. First one's here. This is a food ship that was headed for Kairos. And how are we doing on this one? 10 turns, dropping 3 every time a food ship hits, and a food ship's about to hit. Okay, so this one's actually almost done. I'm gonna throw a pupa in front of crop seeding. No, let's not buy that out. Okay, Izar could really just use more fundamentals. Okay, there is stuff out here beyond the Vodyani. They're trying to, like, blockade me a little bit. Still not a single Guardian. Boy, I sure did pay a lot of points for a trait that seems to maybe not be turned on. Guardians are expensive. Alright, so now that we have that, where do we want to go? We could try to push up on this. We haven't found... Oh no, we don't have the science necessary to even find those curiosities. Maybe that's what I should work on. Approval and also just general science. Grab these so that we have free space and a little bit more exploration power. It'll give me access to a whole lot of new curiosities. Alright, so we've done that. We've got our hero now. And we have to search the quest curiosity on the Infinite Factory system with a fleet that has 200 manpower, or with Rayarian Seus at level 9. What level is he right now? Okay, he spawned in at level 8. Man, that's pretty handy. Unfortunately, I don't think he has any skills that are relevant to what we're trying to do here. No, not really. We could make him a governor? That feels pretty bad. And I'm wondering if it is better just to have him be an admiral, even though he's not a very good admiral. Like, for right now, he would govern. We'll just take some... We'll just take all the admiral skills and just have him govern to impart his +1 industry per citizen. And then eventually move him into a fleet where he can go and fight people. Because as it is, he really doesn't have any relevant governing skills. Yeah, obviously this is the only thing he has that really would make him a good governor. Okay, so let's go vision range on fleet, movement on fleet, and health on fleet. And then shield capacity minus dust upkeep doesn't seem that great. Increase refill rate, maybe? Plus experience and vision for his fleet, I guess? I could just make him the captain of this medium ship here. Because there's nowhere I can put him where he'd actually be, like, useful. So I was thinking, ooh, 13 infantry, that looks vulnerable, but you gotta remember, this is a Vodyani system, so we have to be able to fight the Ark, if we want it. It does look like a good system. It's got lots of resources, it's got a titanium deposit. Maybe we should be thinking about that? Let's bounce back to here, we'll pick up Rayarian Seus, and then we'll think about this. So then for this, I probably could just do this thing. Plus 30% defense capacity. I forgot. Both of these are kind of terrible. I guess this one's a little bit better. And this isn't too hard to do. We just need to put a ship that has probes in the fleet with the intruder. So where did that system end up? Yeah, over here. It's usually by your capital. See, I guess what we could do is just go that way. Oh, I need to make some dust. I need to secure some proper dust income. For right now, we can just dump stuff onto the market. We don't need these potatoes. I guess I'll hold on to everything else. That bought us some time. Yeah, the particular worlds that we have available to us are just not very good, unfortunately. Another engine on his ships that he's not bringing this thing down quite so much. Alright, now we have 9 movement at least. I don't have a scout ship up here. My scout ship's all the way out here. Do I want to build another scout ship just so that we can... Maybe I could send my scout ship home, I guess? I'm trying to figure out how we're going to do this. It's probably better if I just build another scout. And then we can, like, fire probes off into here. And if we find something, we can head that way. So yeah, let's do that. Throw another scavenger into the queue here. I did actually finish... Yeah, you are level 2. So I guess let's start just putting down system upgrades. Like, honestly, we're producing enough influence that we're going to be able to buy out a significant amount of stuff. We're in good shape on that. So I guess there's no reason in having these guys run up there alone. We'll meet up with the... Oh no, never mind. That's right, I'm building the new scout. They should, in fact, head that way. Whatever, they'll get back up there fast enough. They know what they're doing. The food ships are a-rollin'. I think we want to go grab Yeasel. This Tundra world has some food on it, at least. Hard to be excited about some of these conquest options we have remaining. I really thought pirate bases stayed vulnerable for longer than they do. They got strong quickly. That said, if we can take an arc, maybe we can do something soon. We might want to pursue some ship tech, I guess. Get proper attack mediums. That's a thing we can do, right?
The Empire. The Empire has a...
I'd be a lot more worried about that if it was coming from my immediate neighbor rather than a person who is behind my immediate neighbor. I mean, look, Guardians, they do exist. Well, we could reduce his influence. That probably doesn't accomplish a whole lot. Let's search this first. Oh, how convenient for you. I'm actually going to head back up here because I want to take a look at the stats on these arcs. So it's a missile ship estimated at having 194 offense power. I mean, over 400 defense and 13,000 health is a lot. This intruder has pretty good stats, and we probably would not take... Actually, arcs are not that impressive relative to mediums, even. And we wouldn't take a lot of damage, because I am bullet ships and he's missiles. You know what? Maybe we do try to take that thing down. After we do this thing with the Infinite Factory, maybe we try to free ourselves. What do I want to do here? We need to generate some food. Plus 10% food here is okay. That's a long build, man. We might have to goose that a little bit with influence. Fortunately, that is an option we have. May as well search these while I'm here. Okay, antimatter source. And a free point of amoeba population. That's another plus food population. Yeah, hard to be mad about that. Gonna need that tech, and then that world, pretty soon. Pretty shortly. And here we have a hot world that is not fertile. Oh, yeah, obviously. Right, interplanetary transport network is actually very good there. Okay, looks like our dust problem is starting to get under control. Things are still not ideal, but they're a lot better than they were.
The Empire will...
Do you think he gets mad when we hang up on him? Oh, hey, somebody did the thing. I do think it's kind of silly. We definitely got that reward, right? I had nothing to do with that quest. I feel like I should probably not get rewarded for that. Out of curiosity, what have we revealed? Subterranean ruins, atmospheric, and there's another ruins here. You do get the benefit from that law, even on bad anomalies, right? Yeah, it just says on anomaly. This is pretty bad, though. Still, this is where all the food is. Yeah, alright, we'll expand off of it. Food chips are coming from Orion, and they are large. Let's get that settled as quickly as possible. I think I learned what I needed to over here, which is that I can maybe threaten Laren. Maybe. We'll see. I don't want to get too crazy. Pegasus is slowly coming along. It's still going to be a little while. Alright, well, I mean, we're expanding kind of quickly. Not quite what I was hoping for. Alright, this fleet has over 200 manpower currently. There we go. I don't know why I would click on the area of the fleet and it would assume that I meant to select the hangar. Is that ever going to be right? Do I want to build this? Probably. This is a place where we can actually make a fair amount of dust off of it. Looks like we're gonna have a minor starvation problem. Sending all that food out. Well, it's fine. We need to generate the food. What do I want to do with all this influence? The thing we're working on now is probably not tremendously important, so I don't necessarily need to do that with my influence. I could buy out a food building here. It's not a great food building. Is there anything happening anywhere that's more important? I guess I should probably actually get myself... Here, this is worth doing. Need a little bit more settling room in this system. Well, we probably have a lot of other things we need to do before I do that. And with Fatal 1, Xeno-Industrial Infrastructure will actually be really valuable. Yeah, we can spend on that as well. That'll help pull that system up. Pavo probably just needs to get some basics established here. What do I want to do with this modernization? I should put this somewhere. Yeah, we'll have enough Eden Incense to do it here after that finishes. For right now, let's put it down on... I don't know. Izar, apparently I already upgraded. Orion, I have not upgraded. Yeah, I guess we'll do this. Not that we really need Orion's influence circle to grow, but we also, like, none of these are ideal for that. Yisel is a place that'll be important to put one down as well. Alright, what else have we discovered? Subterranean and... Okay, ruins first. Okay, that's handy. Crew killed per hit, energy weapon accuracy debuffs. That's a good piece of tech. And we've got a Horatio ship with some people who want to move in. That's fantastic as well. Let's make sure... Okay. Go ahead and probe this since this Horatio ship has probes. And where do I want to send these people? Well, I guess just, like, get up here in general. If Betel has room, Betel will take them. Otherwise, we will find some place to put them. Alright, let's get this next step of the Infinite Factory thing done, and then we will call it here for the day. So yeah, I'm still having trouble expanding quickly enough. We are getting pretty close to our cap. We're going to potentially get aggressive with these guys. We still have a couple more settlements to do. We're limited more by the amount of food that we can output from our existing colonies than we are by anything else, I think.
Will not tolerate this.
Such aggressive expansion into Empire space. Dude, there is a whole empire between me and you. This dude is detached from reality. It's the beard, man. Makes you crazy. I should know. We probably want to keep... I was going to say we probably want to keep all the population on Kairos, but actually, right now, it's probably more important to get this system breeding. Alright, one more turn here. Okay, we've done it. An immediate Empire improvement, which is totally, basically fine. The hero's fleet will regenerate more quickly. That's something. Okay, so we can defeat the Wasps and invade the Infinite Factory, which might be useful, but remember, this is a game where we intend to have a ton of influence. Or we can get the voice of the Queen. That's actually pretty compelling when you have the ability to buy stuff out with influence. If we do end up warring a lot. Also, solo quest started. Final chapter. Turn 31. We have to do this, right? We have to go for the extra influence generation? Yeah. Possess 14 planets. I'll see what I can do. That's a tall order. Alright, so we can decouple this guy. You'll need to get back to the front and get ready to do some violence. Alright, we're growing here at a reasonable rate. We should probably specialize at this point. We also got some titanium. Joy, that's what I needed. Well, this just feels like spite. I bet he doesn't attack this neutral ship. Well, I mean, I guess he can't, because he just spent his action point on us. But you know what I mean. I bet he wouldn't have. I actually think I care about 200 dust more than I care about 30 Hyperium at this point. Although, what's the market price of Hyperium? Nope, I care about the Hyperium more. Wait, did we lose 2 population? We're sending too much food everywhere. Alright, so yeah, we actually want the Hyperium. See, I guess we'll just do... We'll do this one. We have to turn our dust around a little bit. I could probably just sell some stuff. We can make that happen right now. Bam. Quest complete. At least it will be when I hit end turn. Okay, so we have 5 systems settled. 2 more on the way. We are potentially a threat for Laren. We do have to actually get... We're about to finish another medium ship design. We do actually have to get these pirate bases dealt with, but like... We're well on our way to having a really solid core of systems. Unfortunately, expansion might be a little bit difficult, because it seems like the galaxy's sort of a weird shape. We might want to pick up wormhole tech. There might be some wormholes running off of some of this stuff. But that is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time to see if we can burrow right through these Vodyani's hearts. I mean, into. Well, into and then through. And we'll see you then.